guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going through another sketchbook. I so enjoyed doing this. I've only done one previously, but it was such a massive eye opener in terms of what I used to do. I did touch on it why I didn't do sketchbooks anymore, but if you would like to see the video I'll leave it in the description box, but I've just picked a random one up. And this one's called Journeys. Period of time this is from, so we're just gonna have to guess through it. I have no idea what is in this one because it was such a long time ago, but I thought it would be nice to just sit down as well and to enjoy the experience both together. And I've also got a visual record of what happens here. So let's go. Ooh, I've got stuff everywhere. Oh, okay. So this is from my first year at university because we've got basically a calendar. Oh, this is semester 2, so after December. We've got all these lovely reminders of what we're doing, as well as some of the other years too. And my handwriting has not improved at all. Let's see if I can try and work it out. Oh, okay. So this was after I went to Berlin, which I do actually have a written report on. I'll leave it in the description box because I did take quite a few videos, I took quite a few pictures from it. Emotional whilst being over there because not just, well, something as simple as when you get on transport, everyone's quiet, no one talks to each other, and which I find that very weird. I know that happens in London, but that's just London because people don't talk to each other because they just don't know each other. But this is a city where you commute every day at the same time and people don't talk to each other, which I find very weird. But I've already saying in here, artists go towards printmaking, texture, materials. That's the kind of genre I want to get into. It's basically the same as I always am. And I've got some more scribbles. Always had a thing with receipts. I used to like to collect them. I went to the zoo. Also I bought some food. Because why not? Because someone needs to eat. Train tickets, and I've got pictures that I've turned negative. So this is a very similar project to what I did back at college for my end of year. That's in second year, that was, and I was just kind of influencing myself from it. If I ever get the chance to, I will show you them because they're the artworks I will never get rid of because I just can't. They're the best. Like, I don't want to say they're masterpieces, but for me, you wouldn't have thought, like, not to big myself up, but you wouldn't have thought a college student would have done it. So there is that. I've got some more ideas. I really like that negative dark versus white, but then all the scribbles on top. On the station at Alexandra Palace, I think it was called. And then I've got my usual artist influences. Kiefer. And then some random ones which I terribly didn't put any information on. I think it's when we actually went to an art gallery. My lecturer was so good. He always used to write letters to wherever they were going and be like, my students really need it to develop their practice, and then they would be like, okay, well, you can get in for free. And it was really cheap, but he used to do it every year and used to get away with it, so I don't know how, but that's how it is. I've got a bit of, no idea because I can't read my own writing. Jeremy Gardner's in there, which I used to love his paintings because they were so textured and formed, and the sense of depth was unreal. It reminds me a lot of Frank Albach, but this is much more coloured. And this is just so much more geometric in the formations. And the textures, I wish I could see one in real life because it was just so, like, touchy-feely. That's even a phrase for it. Then I've got some ideas for it where I just did some drawings with charcoal to spread around, thinking about collage. And I've also got my photographs which are badly stuck in. Those are all the photographs, and then just edited them smaller. we go. Oh, even more. I think it was very much a sketchbook filler, this one. And some more ideas of what I could do. I would love to go back to Berlin. My other half hasn't been yet, so might be a nice little trip. Trying to work out what this is. I think this was a bit of a collage where I chopped up bits of photographs and changed it into something else, just to try and create this different formation. Oh, you know what? This would be lovely as like a liner print. Oh, I don't want to say screen print because, like I said, it's very similar to the old project, but I like that. I like how the lines don't match up and it's very broken and fragmented. And like I said, still consensor print would have to print off A3 size, then cut, scan in to then reprint, maybe link it to organic or nature. And I've got some pure prints, not pure prints, what do you call them? Artworks. So it's all by hand, no photographs. I think I was trying to break away from the fragmentation of photographs, which I kind of wish I didn't, now that I look back at these ones. Oh, I just completely missed that page because I really like that one. I do prefer that one because it's the contrast between light and dark is just fabulous. And that has a really strong link to Gardner. But I like the circle of it because it's not a square. Got larger formations. That one works better than that one because the blue is a natural cooling colour which brings it to the back, but I've also got little bits of yellow in there. And then we add in more of the artist's research. Frank Auerbach, obviously he's got to be in there because he's also do with texture. And Mark Rothko, just that weird sense of environment and vibration. Idris Khan. I think I wanted to relate back to the photography bit. This is just random planning, and out of all that I can just read the booklet. Also, I also love welding. Oh, I remember doing welding. We did like literally a 10-minute intro and then we did a little bit and then we never came back to it. Obviously didn't do that. Oh yeah, so I don't know if you can see the image properly, but these are two images overlapped, and those people there that are looking down, there's like a hole where there's a pane of glass, and beneath it is kind of a tribute to a library that loads of books were lost to during the war because the Nazis decided to burn the books that didn't follow their regime, if that's even the right word. And then all the black and white photographs, these are just lovely to work at. I really prefer the fragmentation now. So if I just chop this up and turned it into a fragmentation rather than a rectangle, it just adds that lovely sense of depth and interesting form. And what I love about this is that because some of it's so clear, you want to come in closer to see the rest of it. Take a photo set in the street. Some more, and then obviously the lines that you've got just draw you in, but then kind of pull you out as well at the same time. This is where Photoshop became my best friend as well. Again, got some more T.Y. Tomby? I can't pronounce his name. And then I moved back towards layers of photographs. I really enjoyed this process because it literally meant paper, oil paint, tissue paper, more oil paint, tissue paper, and it created this lovely depth. I don't know why I chose yellow, but I like the form of it. It was such a alluring thing. Oh, and I also wetted the tissue paper to allow ink from the paper to bleed through. A bit of segments. Well, I think blue was one of those ones that I just couldn't, colour that I just couldn't keep away from. I think that goes there. Yeah. Oh, and then I added a bit more colour. To peek underneath. You can see, yeah, it's definitely oil paint on paper, because you can see the oil spilling out onto the paper, and then I've just wetted it, glued it down, and created this lovely spilling over effect. It's fabulous. Some more. Bits. That one's really nice because I think I've literally just wetted the whole thing, so you've got this, you can see the different layers that you've got underneath, but also the feel of it. It's just wonderful. And I went to a bigger version and started implementing lines and shapes. I just love the exposed ink that you get from it all. It's quite thick underneath there as well. I think these are the ones on my main wall that I was doing. I think I started to try and go really, really big, and then moved on to a conclusion, maybe. That must have been it. Difference between college and university, this was my conclusion. To tie off the book, I used to do a conclusion to tie off the book or the project, compared to a written up one, and then this is just a handwritten one. God forbid. I don't know how my lecturers read my handwriting. Yeah, buy another sketchbook for Journeys Poundland. So there is a part 2 to this, which I won't put in this video, but we will just have to wait until next time. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to comment anything, please do comment down in the description box, in the comment section below, sorry. If there's any ideas or questions, again, do comment below. In my description box you will find links to all my social medias and also my eBay selling account, which is where you'll find all my artworks that I feature on my channel, as well as a couple of extras. But until next time, you'll have to wait until Journeys Part 2. But yeah, thank you guys again, and I shall see you for the next one. Bye!